What's up, beloved? I am hosting a bunch of online classes since we're all going crazy with this social isolation, mandatory distancing, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. So I've been using Free Conference Call, which is a great tool to host online gatherings where there's like an unlimited amount of people can join. So I have a bunch of classes and they run every week, and today is Monday, so Mondays are Queer Feminist Poetry / Book Club. It's a really fun time. I'm going to tell you more about that later in this video. I just want to touch on some of the other ones that we have in case any of them pique your interest. So Fridays is live figure drawing, so it'll be me naked in this beautiful window light that you cannot see right now because it is cloudy, but usually in the afternoon this lovely golden light is coming through, and I have a bunch of plants and I pose in fancy antique chairs, sometimes with jewelry, sometimes with nothing. Artists who attend are welcome to pick what they want in terms of, like, you can suggest posing, you can suggest emotions, you can suggest storylines, you can suggest anything. And we run through quick poses, like, 2-minute hold, 5-minute hold, 10-minute hold, all the way up through 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what the pose is that I'm holding. And yeah, so that's Fridays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. Saturdays is Nude yoga from 4 to 6 p.m. All bodies, all ability levels, even if you've never done yoga before, are welcome to join. We do a short intro and then we hop into it, and I usually cultivate an intention for the class, and all of my yoga classes are really based on erotic embodiment. So how can we get deeply embodied and fully sensate and fully opened and fully experiencing the present, and turned on and alive and all of those juicy things. So Nude yoga for erotic embodiment Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Then Sundays we do a Topless tea party from 12 to 2 p.m. and that's just a hangout. It's a much smaller group. And then Mondays, again, which is today, you get the Poetry and Book Club, which is my favorite. Now, all these classes, the yoga and figure drawing are both $30 a piece. And then the Topless Tea Party and Book Club are all sliding scale, $2 to $20. And the other two classes are sliding scale for specifically queer, femme, trans humans, or differently abled people, people with neurodiversity, things like that, people that don't have access to the same amount of resources, or who have been marginalized, or who, yeah. So if you feel like you occupy that space, I'm not going to ask you to prove it. It's honor system, dudes. Just don't be a dick. Like, if you have a lot of money, then share with everybody else, because that's what makes other people able to attend for free. The system only works if everybody participates. So, which is why I like it, because it's co-creative. It's great. So, the rest of this video is a little bit of me getting ready in my new bedroom that I just made really lush. It looks like, what do you call that movie? Jungle Book? What's that movie? What's that movie in the Jurassic Park? Is that it? I was trying to think of what you called my room yesterday. Jumanji. Fuck. I went Jungle Book, Jurassic Park. No, Jumanji. Okay. Thank you. Jumanji, has I been corrected? So you'll get a little peek of that, and then I do a little yoga, and then I go and actually tell you all about the book club, so you can skip to the end if you want to hear more of that. I love you.
What?
She's saying that her internet's out over in Israel.
So you can't even go to class?
No.
Oh, that's annoying.
She said she like, because it's like 9:07, so she's been trying for the last like 7 minutes to like reboot her internet, and it's just not.
That sucks. Wow. What a bummer. I'm sorry. You're supposed to be going over what?
Just like one poem today before break. She pushed off everything until after break.
Oh, alright. So it was already...
Yeah, she says she's gonna just like record herself on her own laptop and then just mail us the recording.
Oh, well, I mean, that works. That works. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do some yoga in here before. Is that gonna distract you?
No, I have nothing to do now.
Not that you're, like, in the middle of something, but...
No, not. So, do what you gotta do.
Oh, and I forgot to plug it in. You don't need this light on, right?
just gonna be fluffy today. So I was thinking, as I was stretching, that wouldn't it make sense to, I don't know, actually tell you what we do in book club. It's not the kind of thing where you have to, it's not the kind of thing where you have to all read the same material. In fact, I don't even ask that happen. It's really just a space to share what has been inspiring you lately, what you've been reading, even if it's on the internet and it's not a book, like that still counts. Poetry that people are writing based on this experience of quarantine, all different kinds of stuff. And anything that you're reading or anything that you've written recently is all valuable, is all valid, and can be shared here, even if it's just like stories, like, hey, I didn't write this, but wouldn't it be funny if I did, or would it make a good story, or no, or, you know, you can share things and invite feedback, you can share things and decline to get feedback. It's really whatever you want it to be. And I have a lot of fun with it. I found that even when the conversations seem to diverge from literature or poetry or books specifically, that we're still talking about shared experiences, and that is valuable. Like, the queer and feminist perspective is really what's valuable to me. Like, yes, I want to coalesce with other literary nerds and poetry geeks and all of that kind of thing, and I think that we need more of that in the world. And even if you don't identify that way, you probably would enjoy the conversations that we have. So I don't know, I would challenge you to come. It's literally, like, it's basically free. Like, it's a donation based thing. It's 2 hours, it's every week. There's different people that pop in every week. There are some consistent faces who you'll get to know, but I mean, there's always a time for networking built in as well. So if you're an artist or a writer or a maker or not, and you just want to experience new artists and get to, like, talk to them in person about their work and the way that it, you know, is informed by the things that they're reading or experiencing or whatever. We talk about more than just books, but yeah, we talk about a lot of stuff. That's why I haven't figured out the title. Like, the title's so fucking long because I literally don't know what to, like, I would like to make it more concise, but it's really hard to use less words and still capture all the different things that are going on. Basically, it's a safe space for conversation, for dialogue, and I'll probably start things off by suggesting things that I've been reading, or, you know, talking about things I've been writing lately, but I have, like, prompts and things I can share. I have a pretty long list of like, magazines and contests and shit to submit to if you're a writer and you want some added support, or you want to use this quarantine time, which just got extended through April, PS, to really explore your possibilities, you know, and, like, try to get published. I mean, magazines are still publishing, right? So, and all kinds of stuff. So it's a great resource to have. I've already submitted to one this week. My goal is to be submitting every week somewhere, because I make so much shit, and then I get so caught up in the making that I forget to actually share it with people. Like, aside from Patreon gets everything, but with, like, a broader audience. And it's also challenging because a lot of my work is not how do I say a safer work, at least by the Puritan standards of Instagram and Facebook. So it's hard to find spaces that are like totally safe for that kind of thing, but I think that the internet is bouncing back from Fosta Sesta, and we are doing a pretty good job of providing online spaces or developing spaces that are friendly to adult content creators, which thank God, because not for nothing, but we're more isolated than ever, and if you don't already have a partner, like, your chances of getting one during isolation are all of zero. Like, unless you fall in love in a chat room, like, it's all of zero. So, you know, staying inspired and staying turned on and staying and remaining in a place of play where we can actually access erotic energy and access our bodies and access pleasure is huge and really fucking important, and probably gonna single-handedly get us through this. So at least the adults involved, especially when all your fucking kids are home and you're homeschooling them, like, I'm actually really enjoying homeschool, but I also co-parent with my son's father, so that means that I am still getting a couple days a week that I can be quiet. And that's why all my classes are on the weekends, so I don't have to, you know, do things while he's here. But yeah, it's a fun time. I think you should come. I think you would really enjoy it. I would really like to share it with you, and listen to each other's stories and all that kind of juicy stuff. And you can read me poems. I can read you poems. There's lots of pleasure to be had in these sessions, and I think it's important to collectively continue to experience those things, especially in times of crisis like this, where the world is changing and everything is uncertain. And, you know, literature has always been like a safe space, at least for me. I don't know, I didn't have friends when I was little, so I'm essentially trying to bring my, you know, lineage of friends, aka my library, to the new friends that I've made in real life and online. So that's all I have. I'm gonna go have a little bit more coffee before this meeting, but it's at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so that's in about half an hour. It's every Monday, so if you miss this week, it's not a big deal. Come next week. If you wake up at like 11 and you're like, oh shit, are they still doing it? We are. So just join. It's okay to come in late. It's not a big deal. I'm not gonna like shame you. You just will have to introduce yourself, and then we'll introduce ourselves again, and everything will be fine. Okay, I love you so much. I hope you have a great day.